Tinawag natin kayo. At ito, nandito sabi ni Fernando, HG win. At sabi rin ni Dave, di makuha, HG win. Yan, alam mo yung apelido ni di makuha. Pero yan nga, into the rift we go. The action is in. And this is, let's say, a tough spot for Zoe and Tarek. Pero medyo na sandwich na dito si Poppy.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually don't know which team to root for here kasi a few of these players, naging player ko din when I was a team manager. I've handled Dre and Calculated. So, nung player ko sila, and ngayon naglalaban sila, I'm not sure who to root for kasi si Calculated dati, he was our mid lane, but it does look like the level 1.
Wait, did you manage for AEX?
No, not AEX. He was part of Emperor Esports last
okay,
year.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
So basically, this is going to be a silent laning phase or early game here. We do expect that this is going to be a much more reserved game because this is the trend actually for a lot of best of 3 games. The game 1 will be high octane, a lot of action coming in early in the early parts of the game. Meanwhile, for game 2, both teams usually play in a reserved state, making sure that they make the right decisions before playing it out.
Exactly, because in game number 2, it's match point for somebody, the best of it, right?
Yeah.
So the team that already has the win, they want to make sure that they get this best of 3 done in as quick and efficient a way as possible. So they're trying to make the right decisions, but so is the other team. They're trying to not get knocked out. So everybody in the second game of best of 3, everybody tries to make the correct plays. You know. Getting punished for a mistake in this state of a match is extremely difficult.
And not only is it difficult, grabe din ang toll for the player's mental fortitude. This is, bukod sa mechanics, alam naman natin ang League of Legends strategy game din at kailangan may mental fortitude ka. Pero ayun na nga,
The Tarek is coming in and what? It's going to be the Poppy dissuading that from happening. But Dre is still chasing down the kill there. In the jungle, Kita, first blood. What? That was so fast.
Electrocute.
But there, this top lane is going to be GHA with a gang. There will be a 1-for-1 in the top lane. Cruz dying for spells.
Grabe ang pag-link damage na gagaling kay Zoe. Yung electrocute finishes off that Sejuani. And alam naman natin na early game na Sejuani focuses, the tankiness comes in from the passive. The moment that passive is burnt, Frost Armor, I think it's Frost Armor. The moment Frost Armor melts away, the moment Zoe is able to burst her down, grabe yung damage na nagagaling sa Electrocute. And that gives Zoe 1 kill. And now it's Ed against this Rise.
Yeah, and that one first blood usually, a lot of the time is all it takes. But wow, the flash start from Tarek, will it kill the Saya? It will just barely. Dre gets a kill, and he's looking for another one on to draw, but will he be able to draw from this? Flash under the turret.
Yun nga, grabe yung bola-bola dito ni Dre sa bot lane. With the Q coming in from the Syndra was there.
That's going to be a root, and yeah, our game is frozen a little bit, but Aaron should be able to get away. No, the Sejuani is a little bit too fast.
Aaron.
The chase is coming in. Hey, Aaron, what are you doing, my friend?
Aatrox, Aaron.
There's a flash from Rise, will not get him, but Rebenga chases him down with the dedication of a Steel Eagle. I don't know where that went.
I don't know what a Steel Eagle is, but this is gonna be a 1v1 in top lane, and there's another flash being burned. And for the last 2 minutes, we've seen 4 flashes getting burned. So a lot of action coming in early in this early part of the game. Sinabi natin kanina na medyo reserved ang magiging game natin, pero mukhang biglang nagkaroon ng offensive maneuver, especially for the side of GH with that Syndra trying to win a trade. That misses it, pero yan na nga.
There's 3 of them right there. Jungle gang. Oh, the long range double sneaky trouble bubble will seal Calculated's fate.
Pero hindi pa tapos ang action dito sa top lane. Play Surge away. Tapos na ang reset. Flawless Duet will land on Cruz, and there won't be any fights. Papasok pa siya dito sa Camille. No, it won't be a 1v1 in top lane. It's deducted into a small trade-off.
You know, Mirko's spells could have gone into that.
Scary,
but
scary.
Root will go onto the Zoe. There is the Sejuani once again camping this mid lane. Pero konting the pick lang kay Aaron while the rest of GH do this Ocean Drake. It's going to be Cruz coming in. Gonna miss
Spells.
the stun there. Spell's gonna go down. Cruz finally getting that 1v1 kill in the top lane.
Walang takas-takas sa Hextech Ultimatum. The moment that lands on you, you have to fight. Or you have to at least take Camille away from the ultimatum. And for our top lane over here, Spells, unfortunately for him, Camille was able to get level 6 first, and without access to Vanguard's Edge, Hextech Ultimatum was able to seal the deal against this Irelia and gives Camille another solo kill, but looks like Rise will be in a tough spot. Paddlestar won't be able to land on that scroll-wielding blue guy.
Yeah, well, you know, the Irelia could have gotten out of that spells if he actually landed the stun. Pero yun, yeah, Cruz was able to sidestep the stun, and that was such a free kill for the Camille. And now this Irelia is pretty behind, 0-2 to 2-1.
Yep, but the CS is still good if you look at it. It's just 5 CS ahead against, let's say 3 CS ahead against this Irelia. So Irelia right now a little bit good on the CS side, but the solo kills won't ever be good, especially the fact that there's solo kills. That means she gets the full EXP. Wala siyang ka-share. And that level gap will be huge if you continue fighting 1v1 in the top lane. But this won't be a 1v1!
It's a 2v2, and that's going to be 2 stuns landing. And there it goes, Spells just doing Irelia things, just going in and out, coming at you, blade surging, blade dancing. That's going to be 2 kills again for GH Alpha.
And that's gonna be an easy trade for GH. Grabe ang stun na nanggagaling dito kay Juice G. And of course, the burst damage from the Sylas kit as well. And Sylas, looking at the scoreboard, is 3-0-1 right now. So this is gonna be a scary, scary Sylas for the side of GH.
Yo, they thought they could pick on Spells on that Irelia just because you know, he barely hit level 6. And HT thought they were so prepared. Antonio Sejuani, they had the lane gang going and everything, but they didn't take into account the fact that they didn't know where Juicy was.
Yeah, and Juicy being the top 1 challenger right now in the Philippines, just showing what he's made of. And meanwhile for Rebenga, it hasn't been good in this game right now. The score is 1-2, but he has been providing a lot of map pressure for HG, and map pressure is really important, especially on the early game. The blue buff will be handed down over to Zoe, but look at this bottom lane G10. It might be a 3v2 over here.
Yes, especially since through the lane sneaking in, we see that Sejuani. They're gonna want to make sure that there are no wards in either bush so that Rebenga is able to get. Oh, he's actually been spotted out. They know exactly where he is, but they don't know that the ward spotted him out there.
Mid lane. Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Oh yeah, he dropped down to half HP. Look at that right side over there. We didn't see it on cam, but that HP dropped.
That's gonna be Haze hurting a little bit from just the sheer power of GH Aaron right now.
Oh, flashes in!
That's gonna be the ultimate coming in. Drake did get 1 kill on the calculated already. The very squishy Poppy. But that's going to be just a very quick kill for GH Alpha. It does seem like they're running away with the game a little bit.
Draw back at it again with a false sense of security, delaying the flash for that stun. But look at the top lane and look at the jungle as well. So much action happening.
Yushi has to go in, but he has to get out of there. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will save him, but he will also be on a rampage. That's going to be a 1-for-1. He gaming for GH Alpha so far, but they're going to go for the fight here. Kyo getting taken on very low, and Aaron will take that 1 kill calculator, running for his life.
Nice
He's going to try
flash.
to juke it. He's going to try to juke. Oh my god, I feel so sad for GH. That was such a good flash away by calculated. Definitely calculated.
Crossover,
look at all of this. Look at all of this attention that he's getting. He's just a support. They're diving him behind the first turret.
And HG looks to be shell-shocked in that trade-off.
Oh
look at this bottom lane, 0-2 and 0 for the Saya. And for the Poppy, 0-3 and 0. This Syndra Taric that we were sketchy about is actually working against HG. Even if this looks to be an easy game for GH, I have to remind the viewers. HG is one of the best teams in the Philippines right now, and GH is making it's making sure that they look like kids in the early game.
Yo, that just means that GH can hang with the best. this comp by GH is actually really, really interesting. It's the bot lane is, like, as we've seen, incredibly aggressive. It just speaks to like the compatibility of the players. Because you can see Calculated isn't really that confident or comfortable at making plays, but it looks like Cruz is trying to go in. The Vanguard's Edge will hit, and that's going to be a quick kill for Spells. Very quick 1v1. I almost didn't see it happening.
That was a lot of mobility and damage.
I know.
It was like a mid-air fight if you think about
That's
it.
what
but
I was saying.
That was great. That was actually a visual experience. But then again, that was a quick fight. And GH won that fight. In Irelia right now, 2-3-2. Not exactly the score that you would want. But hey, your team is winning.
You know that Irelia was 0-2 earlier? And now she's caught back up, is ahead in CS. And GH Alpha, they just know that their Irelia is too strong. Even though the Spells was behind a little bit in the early game, he's now gotten it back. And now, look at this. He's able to just take that 1v1 anytime, and he's now actually ahead of Cruz in items.
And speaking of being ahead right now, looking at the gold score in this Game 2, GH is up by 5K, and that's going to be massive.
The Hextech ultimatum coming in. Spells, Rebenga is there to help, but Spells, will he be able to
one more attack.
There it is, although that will be a stun. Rebenga takes that kill, 2-3 and on board right now. And a 2v2 here in the mid lane, but that's going to be just a very quick kill up top.
Man, that's so scary the moment that Taric uses Dazzle, because the moment that stun lands on your face, you know the damage will be coming through.
That's exactly right. Just this Taric has been making plays on plays on plays, basically like in the bot lane. But now that laning phase is practically ended for bot lane, I want to see what he does around the map. It looks like Aaron will be running into Rebecca right here, but Draw is also there. They're trying to dive this top turret somehow. I'm not sure what's happening. Rebecca is going to be exiting from there. Aaron chasing down Cruz. But will he be able to cruise his way on out there? Calculated then to support. That's going to land the flash, and ulti from Dre will result in a very, very smooth kill. And it looks like GH Alpha is going to be transitioning in the push to top lane.
You know that GH Alpha knows what they're doing when this, ngayon ko lang napansin eh, when Dre picked up that Frostbang. They know that he needs more items and maybe a little bit of extra gold generation coming in from Frostbang will be good for this Syndra. But look at this mid lane.
Spells missed his stun there, but he was able to get out. That's just how broken Irelia is. Like, he was able to go try for a trade, or maybe even all in, and get out without consequence just because of the creep.
And this is, at least in the mid lane, still no plating na nakukuha for the side of GH. Meanwhile, for top lane, ubus-ubus na ang plating dahil kay Spell. So I think he did equalize all the gold na nakuha ng Camille early on from the solo kills. Meanwhile, wala pa rin siyang bounty. But look at the other members of GH. Looks like Irelia took all of the hits for GH for the other members of GH to succeed. Because look at their scores. 3-0-1, 4-0-3. And this is just GH taking control over this game.
Yeah, and Spells absorbing that much pressure. He was still able to get his tower earlier. He was still able to get items earlier than his counterpart in the lane, which speaks a lot about his performance as a player.
Oh, look at this jungle.
It does look like Taric is a little bit caught here, but the rest of his team is there to assist. Poppy yeets. He just yeets the Silas out of existence, out of that team fight. But they're still going to be able to get this.
Forces the cleanse.
Up right here.
Battlestar.
It's a very low tower, but it doesn't look like they're going to be greeding for it that hard. 12-5 though, and GH has a very commanding lead.
Alright, we are 15 minutes inside of this game. This is 30,000 to 23,000 gold lead. Poppy, please survive. Okay, that was a body block. Good body block coming in from Rebenga. Pero again, this is a 12-5, 8K gold lead, commanding lead indeed. So right now, anong pwedeng gawin ng GH to at least maintain the lead or end this game?
You know what? I think that GH, they really do want to look for that quick end. They don't want to let this Rise scale. But Spells is just making sure that they get there by
Flash.
flashing onto Cruz. Gonna get that very quick Q. And in the bot lane, Zoe basically one-shotting that Rise. Forget what I said about not letting the Rise get fed. They just... If Zoe can just blow up the Rise with no sweat, that's just...
Oh no, oh no.
Oh, she landed that trouble double on somebody too. Oh my god.
Okay, let's give this composition a name. I'm just name it. One hit delete. We have Syndra, we have Zoe, we have this Fed Irelia, but looks like this is gonna be a fight inside the base of HG.
It's not much of a fight as John just went in, got caught out, gets Sejuani ulted. Dre is there though for the save. The stun actually ends up with Calculated, have to use his Sonya's stopwatch. Not his Sonya's, but he will get taken down by Dre. And I'm not actually sure what Draw was doing there, just like inside his opponent's base by himself. But it worked out.
It did work out for GH, and GH right now is sitting on a massive 10k gold lead, and we rarely see teams win against this 10k gold lead deficit. And this is going to be a 3v1. Cruz, what are you doing? Hookshot will be used.
He's gonna get out of there, but it's not gonna. It's gonna be a close one. He's so low, and if the Zoe kind of timed it a little bit better, that wasn't dead. But it could still be a dead Sejuani right here. Sleepy Drama Bubble lands, and Jushi is unstoppable. 5-0-3 on this jungle silence, and now there's 5 of them to push down in the bot lane.
And this is a scary 11k gold lead to go about against GH. GH is looking to be at least dominating this best of 3 if HG doesn't get a comeback. But we can't discount this. Hindi pa tapos ang game. Hindi pa sira ang Nexus. HG, if they are able to create at least one good team fight or maybe secure Baron, I think they're still inside of this game.
Yeah, and you know these players, they're known for being able to come back from deficits. Calculated famously when he was on AEX in that year's championship versus
2014
IPT.
IPT, yeah.
I think that was 2016 actually.
Really?
Or 15.
Between those years anyway.
Yeah, between in one of those years it was AEX versus IPT, and AEX had nothing, just the Nexus left, and they were still able to win versus
I
IPT.
remember watching that in Rampage. It was one of the best games I've watched in Philippine esports. Meanwhile, this is still 18 minutes inside the game, and they're already sitting in an 11k gold lead. This is going to be an arduous task for HG to complete, and this is just, it's still no Baron. It's 2 minutes away from the Baron, so if HG wants to win, I think the way to go is to stall the game as much as they can and then get Baron.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to steal that Baron too, because look at GH. Look at how many dragons they have. They have 2 Mountain Drakes. Oh, Sleepy Trouble Bubble lands onto the side. One shot by the Aaron. Oh my lord. That's just 1 point right there. And they're gonna go for Spells as well. That's a lot of stuns. You can't dash away if you're stunned, and that's going to be 2 kills. Like 1 for 1. One Saya for one Irelia.
But for the price of spells, looks like GH will be getting this mid lane turret. Alam nyo, pagka nag-send kayo ng 2 people to kill at least 1 on a faraway side lane, this will happen. And HG, with the miscalculation on that shot call, sacrifices their mid lane inhibitor in the price for spells.
Yeah, and I'd say that's pretty worth. You get the first inhib of the game down. That opens up so many possibilities. It opens
especially for Baron. Space.
Exactly. That opens up GH to just be able to take Baron whenever it spawns, because they have such a good team for doing Baron. Especially since they have those 2 mountain drakes. It doesn't matter if they don't have, you know, an AD carry that's able to melt through the Baron like Vayne. They just have so much raw damage, and they're so ahead. They're gonna be able to force Baron whenever they want.
Yeah, and not only that, the Sleepy Trouble Bubble
God.
lands once more. Yeah, gotta block
just
it.
A sniper. Oh my
Aaron,
God.
my lord.
Aaron Volake. He still gets away. He gets invulnerable, but he will go down in trade with the Rise, and it looks like GH in a little bit of a sticky situation. That's going to be Dre going down. Raw looking like he's going to go down next as well. Tries to get the stun off, tries to make it last as long as he could, but that's going to be a triple kill for the Camille.
This is great for HG. Securing that triple kill for Camille will only secure that this Camille will be still relevant inside this game, trying to assassinate the carries. And those kills actually were on bounties. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a lot of gold for this Camille. But then again, is it enough to secure a Baron? Because as I said, the only way HG will be able to stall this game long enough is they have to take that Baron or at least win team fights. But in terms of taking the Baron or winning team fights, both chances are bleak.
Yeah, especially since GH is basically corralling them inside their base. They're not letting them get outside or even roam to any jungle camps to get experience because, you know, GH Alpha, they just want this win. They want to really dominate A Gaming. See, they're even stealing away the Krugs, sorry, the Raptors. They're stealing away all the jungle. They're looking for them inside their own jungle. It's going to be Sleepy Trouble Bubble. And Rebenga will be able to get away scot-free.
Calculated.
However, drawing a little bit of a tight spot, has to use his, what's it called, his stopwatch. It's going to be getting away, but calculated.
No.
That was not calculated at all. He just kills himself there, and Hayes will follow. Rebenga is a limited tank here, will be able to get away, but Kyo is now being chased down, going to die to Smelts, and even though he is the subject of so much pressure in the top lane, he's still able to make things happen as an Irelia, still incredibly fed.
This is just a massacre for GH. After winning game 1, they're looking to end this series with a bang. This is a 10k gold lead still, and they're looking to push more turrets and more inhibitors as HG is forced to crumble down in their own base. But look at this.
HG, they're trying to make a play here, but it's only 2 of them. The 2 tankiest non-damage dealing members of their team are trying to catch people. Then the teleport will come in from Dre. They're going to be looking for the top inhibitor, and misses his hook shot. That's going to be the ultimate coming down. They're invulnerable, and Yushi is now legendary. He's going to follow soon. He's trying to 1v1 the Stylus. And this isn't like a team fight. This is just a bunch of 1v1s all over the place. Calculated is going to send him home. Cruz is going to try to get... Oh, he's going to actually dodge a lot of the balls from Dre, but Dre, he's going to put his balls all over Cruz's body. And Jushi is going to get ignited, ticked down by Calculated. That's going to be a 2-for-1. GH still coming out on top of that, but they will be able to get the top inhibitor. Now there are no inhibitors on HG's side of the map.
And looks like this is gonna be game for GH, and
It's
the
gonna
New
be
Bloods
game.
defeats the veterans. The young people of Long PH scene's up-and-coming talent will be winning game 2,
Blood.
sweeping HG. Young Blood looking for more blood as they go against.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.